You ever notice that every contract comes with the same basic instruction? Please read carefully before signing. Really? Because if you actually read it carefully, you'd still be reading it when your grandchildren retire. Nobody reads contracts. We all pretend. That's the social agreement. They pretend we read it, we pretend we're going to, then everybody signs. The fine print is my favorite part. Why is the most important information always printed in a font normally used for forensic evidence? If it's so important, why is it written in microscopic letters? Imagine if other industries did that. Doctor says, "Good news, your surgery was successful. Any complications?" Check the bottom of page 14 with a magnifying glass. The language is impossible. Nobody speaks contract. No human being has ever walked into a coffee shop and said, "Whereas I desire a medium roast, notwithstanding the availability of alternative beverages." That's not English. That's a sleeping pill with punctuation. I think lawyers invented contract language specifically to discourage curiosity. The first sentence is always something like, "Hereinafter, notwithstanding the aforementioned provisions contained herein." I'm already unconscious. I'm 3 words in, and my brain has entered power saving mode. Every contract should just begin honestly. Look, we're about to do something that benefits us far more than it benefits you. Now we're communicating. The real problem is that all the bad stuff is hidden in the fine print. The front page is always wonderful. "Welcome, we value your business. We're excited to serve you." Then, 27 pages later, "By the way, we now own your firstborn child and any goats acquired after the effective date." That's where the real contract begins. You know there's trouble whenever someone says, "It's all standard language." That's never reassuring. Nobody has ever heard standard language and relaxed. Imagine a pilot saying, "We appear to have standard engine failure," and every company wants your signature immediately. They're always standing there waiting. Take your time. No, they don't want you to take your time. The moment you start reading, everybody gets nervous. A salesman checking his watch, someone coughing, a manager suddenly appearing. Because reading is not part of the business model. I once tried reading an entire agreement online. Halfway through, I forgot what I was buying. By page 23, I was emotionally invested in subsection 8.4c. I wasn't purchasing software anymore, I was pursuing a law degree. The worst ones are online. You get a box that says, "I have read and agree to the terms and conditions." No, I haven't. Nobody has. That checkbox is the largest collective lie in human history. Millions of people every day saying, "Yes, I have thoroughly reviewed this 143-page legal document before downloading a flashlight app." And they know you didn't read it. They absolutely know. That's why the agreement is longer than a Russian novel. Nobody accidentally creates a 90,000-word contract. That took effort. Some lawyer sat down and thought, "Let's hide the important parts somewhere around page 82. I imagine the meetings. "Should we make this easier to understand?" No. "What if customers have questions?" Make the font smaller. "What if they still find it?" Add footnotes. And if they read those, nested appendices. These people build legal escape rooms. And have you noticed the more dangerous the clause, the smaller the print? The exciting parts are huge. Low monthly payment. The dangerous parts require a microscope and a favorable moon phase. My favorite phrase is, "subject to terms and conditions." Those 5 words are carrying an unbelievable amount of criminal energy. That's where the bodies are buried. Everything after that phrase gets weird. At this point, I think contracts should be translated into plain English. Instead of "Party A shall indemnify Party B," just say, "If things go wrong, you're paying." That's all I need. Give me the human version. Because the truth is, if everyone actually read every contract before signing, civilization would grind to a halt. Nobody would buy a car. Nobody would install software. Nobody would open a bank account. We'd all still be sitting at desks somewhere reading paragraph 117. Wait a minute. According to subsection 12, they can sell my data, raise my rates, move the dispute to another state, and communicate with me after death? And the company would say, "Yes." "So why didn't you mention that?" "We did." "Where?" "Page 64. In 6-point font?" Exactly. The fine print isn't there to inform you. It's there so they can later say, "We told you." And technically, they're right.